I use Surf Simply as a reset, not just for surfing and setting goals for myself for surfing, but just in life. It gives you clarity. So you always leave here feeling accomplished, feeling like you've made new friends, and then feeling like you have a wonderful family here that's always going to look out for you every time you come back.
I just love the fact that I didn't know surfing, but after this whole week here, I feel like I've really gained a lot of practical skills for me to be confident in the ocean.
So I have been to Surf Simply multiple times. I've actually lost count at this time. I found a place where I was treated with so much dignity and respect. And most importantly, I was taught to surf. They know a method that can be taught to anyone. They have this playbook, and they just apply that playbook to the people that are willing to come here and learn how to surf.
I moved to California when I was 21 and didn't pick up surfing until I was about 33, probably because I lived inland. But once I learned and popped up, I loved it. I heard about this place. One of my friends had come a few years ago and recommended it, and I booked it and was completely hooked.
When we signed up for this 2-ish years ago, this week was open, and it happened to be landing around my 40th. And I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate such a milestone birthday with the love of my life, doing something we both love. And actually, over 3 years ago when we first met, one of our first dates, spent all day Saturday, all day Sunday at the beach, in the water. So it's a magical place for us to be.
Actually, it's kind of Hannah has a sister who surfed a little bit, and we were looking for a vacation 2 years ago to go as a family. Hannah found Surf Simply, and we said, oh, that's where we want to go.
I think the first thing was just the beautiful architecture. Second thing was that it had incredible reviews. It really seemed like the most all-inclusive surf thing that I could find.
This is our second time. The first time it was this chance to go to this sort of magical, mythical place called Surf Simply. And so I think coming back again and being able to reconnect with the coaches and the other people who are here and everybody, for me, it was a chance to really remember that I love surfing.
Amongst our group, we took a quick surf lesson out in Pacifica in San Francisco more than 6 years ago now. And we decided it was too hard to do that, and our friend Mike was like, hey, you should come on Surf Simply.
I think we've been coming as various combinations of the same group of friends, and I think Liz has been hearing us talk about this trip for the last 7 years, and I think had no idea what she was in for.
My friend Joyce just called me up one day, and she said, hey, this spot opened up. And I just said, yeah, sure. I thought this was a very casual resort. I had no idea this was an intense surf camp. I have never touched a surfboard before, but everyone was super, super nice and very, very encouraging about the fact that I'm trying this for the very first time in my life.
Coming here, we could start fresh and learn the basics, learn the techniques, and figure out where it is we want to go with our skills and they help you get there. You know where you stand because of the education and training they give you.
They definitely pay attention to detail. They have created quite a tree of knowledge.
I think that it perfectly defines the experience because it shows beauty with skill and intelligence and surfing. Does that make sense?
Bar none, the best coaching staff you could ever ask for.
They are your cheerleader, they are your friend, they are your confidant, but they are your instructor. And so they will guide you and instruct you, but they want you to make the decisions. And I think that's something I really learned with my instructor. Marlins, we clicked. Just knowing he was by me and guiding me, it gave me that confidence.
I had Jordan and she was rad. So encouraging, so knowledgeable. She paid attention to detail.
Jessie was my coach. It's actually one of the first times that I've had her as a coach, which was amazing. And she actually helped me realize that I could probably work towards cross-stepping. So we worked on doing cheater fives this week.
I had Will. It was unbelievable. He's very, very knowledgeable. I learned so much, but also having fun.
Gabriel was so good. We really sat down to just take apart the simplest part, the takeoff, the pop-up. It was really amazing to get to just concentrate on that and really find something that worked and then start applying that.
I want to say thank you to Maya, my coach for the week, and she's done an awesome job getting me comfortable with the waves, getting me comfortable with my ability to handle the challenges out there in the ocean.
Our coach was Teal. In between everything that she had to teach us, we did everything we could to make her giggle. You want to hear an example? Hey, Alan.
Hey, Joyce.
Why was the octopus blushing?
I don't know. Why was the octopus blushing?
Because it saw the ocean's bottom. That's not Teal's laugh.
So the week was amazing. The universe provided the best waves. I mean, I almost hit the cheater five. Didn't quite get it, but I'm pretty sure the next time you see me at Surf Simply, 5 of my toes might be at the nose.
One day I carved perfectly and I wrote it all the way in. I remembered everything that Jordan said. And because the waves were a little bit nicer this week, she encouraged me to be more aggressive.
My goal is to carve, but I knew I had to start at least with trimming. These waves were perfect for that. So I just felt really comfortable attempting, go toe, pivot a little, go heel as best I could.
Jessie really pushed me to go for the waves I would never even try for. I have this app called Dawn Patrol that counts my waves every session. I have over 130 waves this week.
I think I can now get up, big step forward, beginning to read the waves. But the other thing is when you're in a steep wave, to do the extra paddles. So the front of the board doesn't go into the wave.
I don't know, I don't have a specific wave that I really remember. I really wanted to enjoy every single wave and get out when I got out. Yeah, I just really liked being in the water.
I wanted to make sure that I was catching the rail. And so, getting a good angle takeoff and being able to stay on and look down the line. And from there we built on top of it. So it was actually starting to get some cutbacks and starting to trim and carve.
That was one of my goals coming in, was to be able to be more self-sufficient in catching waves and be more efficient at it. It was really a cool feeling to be able to do that a little bit for myself.
One was when I caught a wave and came back and Teal said, "Great job," and I said, "Thanks for pushing me," and she said, "I didn't touch you, I wasn't anywhere close to you." And it just really built up my confidence. Wow. The next time was Thursday morning, when I think I was just navigating through, just trying to do a drill. And I got back to Teal and she said, "Great cutback." And she had explained to me that I did and why it was.
One that I would add to that is, getting up and putting on, rainbow fishnet tights and some very sparkly shorts
actually came up because it was Mark Silverman's birthday. And I think he had actually DM'd me saying, we're going to have a fancy dress contest. So I was like, oh yeah.
It's hard to describe what a remarkable job everybody in the Surf Simply team does and how hard you all work all the time to make this experience just unbelievable.
I wouldn't leave. I feel like I should have seen more of Nosara, Costa Rica, but I don't think there's any reason to leave here when you have everything at your fingertips. You have the pool, you have
The food, Dennis and the food and the crew here, just never ending.
Dennis is like amazing with his cooking. Andre and her surf stretch is, oh, you always need it. Crystal with her massage. I mean, there's just, you can go on and on about like all the wonderful things here.
I love the family style meals and getting to know everyone. So many interesting people.
Yeah, the guests here are amazing. Every single one of the people that we met on this trip, interesting. They all come from different backgrounds. But what really like united us and like allowed us to have a really good time at the end of the day was everyone's love for surfing and the ocean and the beach.
I mean, Thanksgiving dinner, we might have to have every Thanksgiving here from now on.
Yeah.
And the way that Surf Simply made us feel on such a holiday that's so big in the States. You know, we're away from our family and this became our family. I get chills because we all sat around and we're grateful for each other. We are grateful for Surf Simply, grateful for this experience.
I use Surf Simply as a reset, not just for surfing and setting goals for myself for surfing, but just in life. It gives you clarity. So you always leave here feeling accomplished, feeling like you've made new friends, and then feeling like you have a wonderful family here that's always going to look out for you every time you come back.
I knew it was a good start when we were on the first few dates. We're going in the water and sharing our passion for surfing. I think now, you know, watching each other out in the water, it's brought us closer. So I think it's only going to help us not only in the water, but out.
I feel amazing. I'm a little sad that the week is over, but I just can't wait to come back. I love Nosara, I love Surf Simply, and I hope I come back very soon.
I'm inspired to go back home and stay really active. This has been an inspiring and motivating experience to want to make sure that I'm staying physically fit so I can come back and enjoy it again.
You know, I just love the fact that I didn't know surfing, but after this whole week here, I feel like I've really gained a lot of practical skills for me to be like confident in the ocean. So I already booked for another trip here. My friends and I are coming back in 2 years, Thanksgiving. I'm coming back here for the Thanksgiving feast on top of everything else that we have. So I'm really looking forward to it, hoping that 2 years passes really quickly.